Once upon a time, in the bustling city of New York, something strange appeared on the skyline. A massive tower, glowing with blue lightning and radiating energy, emerged in the middle of the city. Its electric hum echoed across the streets, sending shivers down the spines of anyone who looked at it. The skies above darkened as storm clouds gathered, swirling ominously around the tower's peak. Spider-Man, swinging through the city on his nightly patrol, noticed the eerie structure. His spider sense tingled more intensely than ever, warning him of the danger that lay ahead. Determined to uncover the mystery, Peter Parker donned his mask and headed toward the tower. As Spider-Man approached the base of the tower, he found the streets around it deserted. Cars were abandoned, streetlights flickered, and the air buzzed with static electricity. A crackling force field surrounded the base, blocking anyone from entering. Using his webbing and quick reflexes, Spider-Man found a weak spot and managed to break through the barrier. As soon as he stepped inside, the tower's automated defense systems activated. A swarm of energy-powered drones descended, firing bursts of electricity. Spider-Man flipped, dodged, and used his webbing to disable them one by one, but he knew this was just the beginning. Inside the tower, Spider-Man discovered a massive, spiraling staircase that seemed to climb endlessly toward the top. Each step was charged with energy, glowing faintly beneath his feet. As he began to climb, the air grew colder, and the faint sound of laughter echoed through the structure. Suddenly, the stairs shifted and transformed into a treacherous obstacle course. Platforms slid away, walls closed in, and lightning bolts shot across the gaps. Spider-Man had to leap, cling, and swing to avoid falling. The traps were relentless, testing both his agility and his nerves. Halfway up the tower, Spider-Man reached a chamber filled with enormous, glowing orbs of energy. The room was a puzzle. Stepping on the wrong platform would release a shockwave powerful enough to knock him out. Using his scientific knowledge, Spider-Man analyzed the orbs and figured out a safe path. As he moved carefully through the room, he couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something was watching him. Just as he reached the exit, an enormous energy drone appeared, its mechanical body crackling with lightning. The drone charged at Spider-Man, forcing him into an intense battle. The fight with the energy drone was fierce. Its attacks were fast and unpredictable, sending electric blasts that made Spider-Man's webbing spark and fizzle. Using his agility, Spidey dodged its attacks and used his environment to his advantage, swinging around the chamber and luring the drone into smashing into the walls. After a tense showdown, Spider-Man managed to overload the drone circuits, causing it to collapse in a shower of sparks. Exhausted but determined, he pressed on, climbing higher toward the top. As Spider-Man climbed further, he encountered holographic projections of New York City in chaos. The images showed buildings crumbling, people fleeing, and lightning striking everything in sight. A voice boomed through the tower, taunting him. It was the tower's creator, a rogue scientist named Dr. Volt. She revealed her plan to use the tower's energy to create a massive lightning storm that would give her control over the city. Spider-Man tried to reason with her, but she refused to listen, convinced that her power was the only way to fix the broken city. Nearing the peak of the tower, Spider-Man entered a corridor filled with spinning energy blades and electrified walls. The path was perilous, forcing him to use every ounce of his strength and reflexes to navigate through. Each step brought him closer to the heart of the tower, where the final confrontation awaited. As he climbed, the tower shook violently, and bolts of lightning struck dangerously close to him. The storm outside was growing stronger, a clear sign that Dr. Volt's plan was nearing completion. Finally, Spider-Man reached the top of the tower, a massive control room filled with glowing screens and electrical conduits. At the center of the room stood Dr. Volt, surrounded by a swirling vortex of lightning. She wore an electrified suit, channeling the tower's energy directly into her body. Spider-Man confronted her, trying once more to convince her to shut down the tower. But Dr. Volt attacked, using the tower's power to hurl bolts of lightning at him. The room became a battlefield, with electricity crackling in every direction. The final battle was intense. Spider-Man had to dodge Dr. Volt's powerful attacks while searching for a way to disable the tower. Using his web shooters, he disrupted the flow of energy to her suit, weakening her defenses. Dr. Volt fought back fiercely, but Spider-Man's determination never wavered. Finally, he managed to reach the tower's main power source and overload it. The tower began to collapse, and Dr. Volt was thrown off balance. Spider-Man saved her just in time, webbing her to safety before the entire structure fell apart. As the tower crumbled, the storm above began to dissipate. The city returned to its normal state, and Spider-Man stood among the rubble, watching the sunrise. He handed Dr. Volt over to the authorities, hoping she would find a way to use her brilliance for good instead of destruction. Swinging away into the morning light, Spider-Man reflected on the adventure, knowing that his responsibility as a hero never ends.